to put that out for all you guys out there. This is Romeo Charlie. That's what it's called. Romeo Charlie type international DX group. It's for CB radios too. It can do other stuff too. I've been on this for a while, but it's only if you have one of those groups, Romeo Charlie. One of those people out there, if they have a Romeo Charlie sign out there, usually they'll share their QSL logs either way, but it doesn't matter. You can put random stuff here. This site you can check out. We're going to put in a QSL contact today. These were from a week ago I did. But you can put them in here and put the date and the UTC time. And also, this site actually has all the information on all the divisions of the different countries you guys can look at. We're in the 2 division, and Canada's like 9 division. Australia's got all those other ones too. Because they have different divisions and parts of the way. That's how they do. Some people do that way when they say it on the radio, like different divisions. They do from other CB radio clubs like this one. I'm part of the UDX362 radio club with the United Delta X-Ray out here, yes. But I'm putting this out here on TikTok and YouTube, so you guys can check this out. I'll put the link down in the description below on YouTube. You guys check it out. This is actually where the sun's actually at, where the indicator is. It's actually right over Puerto Rico, and probably that's where the equator is. This is how you can tell your DX zone type skips are coming in. This right now, probably North Africa is probably going to get the best DX skip right now. And probably between that area that's like the nighttime DX skips. This is still morning DX skips almost near Hawaii. Hawaii's almost about to get it about another hour and a half from now to get it. We'll show you what this looks like. This is what I like about this called space weather. You guys can check this out. You don't have to be a member of this. This actually has prediction reports, all the stuff here. It shows all the stuff here about the solar flares up there, like the solar storms. This is actually where all the most is going down that toward the equator. This gives an idea of the DX land type skip conditions. They got the frequencies right here, you can see right here. This is like 24 megahertz, 32 megahertz. These are the frequencies you guys can check out. It's probably the more intense high where it's at, not what it is. This is actually where it's probably radio blackouts here. But up here we're pretty good skip here, pretty good conditions. This usually ships down to Australia by the time during wintertime. And you can see the countries like Australia is getting some of the part of the North here. They're probably shooting some of this DX skip. Probably Africa and South America is probably getting the best skip right now. Probably they could talk to each other. I don't know. The way I'm looking at the electron content, you have to tell what it is. Usually, it looks like there's a little skip on the zones right here. Pretty good. They're probably getting a lot of skip down into this area to Florida, probably areas, probably different tropical systems. It just depends on the weather or the solar storms. This gives you an idea where the sun's actually traveling. These are affect high frequencies where it's at. Looks like it's down toward that area in the northern hemisphere. This usually ships down to the southern hemisphere when you get an idea. So this is actually the sunset times here too. You can tell the little purple line. It's usually getting sunset over there by near Africa. Then this is getting morning time in Hawaii. The sun is about to come up in Hawaii Islands. And these are down toward the Tahiti Islands, I think, the Fuji Islands in the South Pacific. These little islands down here. And Australia's over here in New Zealand. They're still in the dark right now. So it's probably almost dark time, almost near Norway almost. But by the time like 12 o'clock, the way you guys got to catch England during time in UK, the best way is catch between noon time and between morning hours. If you want to talk to UK, the Azores, and probably dinner. They're still like dinner time over there. They're like 5 hours ahead of our time, the East Coast time, Eastern Daylight Time. You might be able to get a contact to them from here. If you're up in this area like Nova Scotia, you might be able to talk to these guys right now. But the sun's definitely blocking it. The sun usually stays over here in the morning hours when it happens. But you might be able to catch them on this little purple in here. That's how you tell these are affected by the high frequencies. Usually this is blue. It's still pretty high in some areas. But this gives an idea where the sun's actually at. And these are probably the skip conditions. We're looking pretty good. And universal time is like 15:55. That's England time. Universal time coordinates. That's what it is. It's like 3 o'clock. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, almost 3 or 4 o'clock, somewhere in between the UK time right now. Right now around 12 o'clock noon. It's like 3:55 in the afternoon in United Kingdom and Ireland, all those things. That's how you guys can tell that. They go by the UTC time for a lot of ham radio operators, CB operators, and when they do the contacts, people do that. Some sites do that, some don't. That's why you have to put a clock next to your radio. You can actually get the times when you get the contacts, and people know that they can hear themselves. But this is pretty good. And we ain't going to look at all the stuff in. We can look at this later on. I don't know what they're showing this minute. See, this actually gives you a chart what they are. Well, United Delta X-Ray has some stuff like this in a different way. We're just a different way. We might be able to have something like that later on. I don't know. It depends on the club expands. If we get some more people in the United Delta X-Ray Club, that'd be nice. For the guy that lives for Mike in Utah, but he'd be quite good. He has a lot of ideas out there that might help a lot of people. He likes ideas and stuff like that. So we're going to go to here, add a contact, and this is a member list on the map. You can see the Romeo Charlie members out there. But let me tell you, the good idea about that, don't put, like, if you're going to do a map on it, don't put your location, your house and stuff like that. Don't be stupid. I'm sorry about that. That's an idea. Just put at least a few miles off from your position, your house. Put at least maybe, either way, that's where the International Space Station is at, right down there. So we're going to add a QSL to the log. We're going to show you how this works. So I'm going to put a few QS logs. I did it about 2 weeks ago. I haven't done that yet, but when you get your things wrote down, your data log and stuff, like that's where you write them down, it's a good idea. Wish we had something like that on some of the other sites to do it. But the CB world is a pretty cool thing to have. Wish you had something like you could put it, but that's what you have to write down on your QSL, the contacts down on a piece of paper, so you get all the contacts. The more contacts you get, the better people will understand where you get a lot of contacts from. So would you look at this here? We just entered 9 division and 2 division. 2 divisions here in the United States. That's us. 9 divisions in Canada. And they have a division list. You can look up online and do the internet search. You can find it. Also, it's in this group here, Romeo Charlie group, either way. Yeah, even UDX Club I did. Because you could be in many CB radio clubs is what you want. It doesn't matter. It's pretty good. There's a lot of them out there. And there's actually ones that do compete prizes when they do DX skip. Like the Needle Bender Club out there I'm seeing. And that's pretty cool. Yeah, because it's like you have to be very good at that when you do that. It just depends on the competition how they do it. So we have to put in 685, the one I did in Canada about on, I think it was on, what day it was? June 8th. That's the one I have to put in. That one I don't have that one in there listed yet. I think that's the one I did have this one. I don't know. Because these are all from June 8th. Yeah, I made contacts to Canada on that day, and Florida was the next day. So we're going to put in, we'll just make this number 685. It doesn't matter what it is. 985. Well, we can't put a group name, but we'll just put Canada. 685 Canada. So we'll just put it in there. 685 Alternative Canada. That's what we'll do. That's what you guys have to do, like Alternative Canada. You can do like that. That's how they do it. We're going to put in one contact and do that, and we're going to be done with this route. Let's see. Good. So we just put it in there. That's all you guys have to put in there. Yeah, I don't care. We don't put a core name either way. Let's see if that works. Then you can create your QSL cards. I don't know. Wish we could learn how to do this more. Also, with the frequency, it doesn't matter how many radios you have. Just put the signal is 9 pounds. So it was like when they say by 5 by 9, it's usually 9 pounds. Just go by 5 by 10s, 5 by 9. It's usually 9 pounds. And you put in the frequency for this. Usually it's actually channel 38 on lower sideband. This is pretty cool. 385. It's a very it depends on the frequency. You guys get a good time with this. And don't put that in Q. Yeah, you can find that on your map. Usually that's my area. See, that's your grits grid. You can go look on the map and I'll show you what it looks like. Give you guys an idea. I hope it shows it. If it doesn't show it, it doesn't. Depends on it does. But you can actually go type it on the map to find it. Well, I did this a while back, but sometimes it works, sometimes it does. It doesn't matter what the QTH is on it. Usually, you can get a ham radio type map. You can look up online for like grid squares, and you'll be able to find that. And usually they have it on a square you can look at, or just go on the map. So it'll be June 8th, and this is the UTC time right here. You have to change that to how you guys look up your UTC time. It's like 7:14. It was like around 7:03 Eastern Daylight Time. So you type this here on the Google search, 7:03 to UTC time. Usually that's what you have a UTC clock on the side. So it's usually 11 o'clock in England time. That's what it is. 11 o'clock Universal Time. That's what it's called. According to Universal Time, UTC. That's what it is. A lot of stuff uses UTCs in different ways. So we put it around. It'll be like 2,300 hours. That's what you do. You gotta put it like military. 2,300 hours. 2,304. Like that. Let's see. 2,303. That's what it is. That's what it is. Don't do that. The way you do it, just click each one. Sorry about that, guys. Gals. Okay. I would put that as I just put 0. It doesn't matter what it is. Then that'll be okay. Oh, also you can hit the clock here. This will do it. $23.04, that's right. And then put that down there. You can do it like that. You don't have to type in there. You can do it like that. It's much easier to do this way. Sorry about that. Just trying to figure out. I knew this a while back. You can also find things on the map. Then you can use one of these QSL cards. What it does, you can create one of these. It doesn't matter. I'm going to put one of these here. They're actually on the maxes. And this will show me what it is. You just select it and use this. Then you automatic generate it. And watch what it does. You guys can see that. It scans the card. It doesn't matter. That's what I do. Not over 9. I'm going to change that in a minute. It would have been 9 pounds. Not single over 10. I got it here. There we go. You got it right. 27385. Channel 38. You don't put a progress number. I don't put that in there. Then you just generate preview, and you'll see it. There we go. And now you got that right. Usually it will show that when you can actually print these out, give these to people and stuff like that. And you want to mail a QSL card or keep them on collecting list, you can print them all out and save them here. This is like gives you an idea. You don't have to send a message or like that. And you just add it to your log and you're ready to go. Then you'll be able to see it on your little position here. Your DX logs, that's what I'm saying. Then you'll be able to see them all right here. I wish we could use that for a lot of the site on it, but it's good. It's good. The International Space Station is over near Africa right now. This is actually all the ones I did to content. This is before I joined the 2-division Romeo Charlie group, International DX group. Yes, the Romeo Charlie 11 meters band International Radio DX group. It's pretty good, but you have to find someone who has a Romeo Charlie sign out there, and usually it works. But you can put random stuff there. That gives you an idea to keep them all in there. It saves them there. Then you have all this. You can use it as a data log for your QSLs. If you don't get a 2 Romeo Charlie group out there, it can be anyone else. You can just use that and just put it in there, and it helps to do that. And you can share this to your friends and stuff, and they'll be able to see that out there on your thing on your profile here. You guys can see. Usually it is usually out there. You can see. Pretty good. So you guys got to look at that. Go to www.rcqsl.com. That's Romeo Charlie International DX Group. It's actually Romeo Charlie 11 meters band International Radio DX Group. That's what it is. It's been around since 1988. And I'll show you guys what the site looks like. Yeah, this is it. We'll just go to here. We'll just look at their .org site. I don't know if it's working. We'll just go to here to the main site. There we go. And that's their site here. You guys can go there. They'll take you to .org. And that's a Romeo Charlie DX group. This has actually been around since 1980. This is all their events. It's pretty cool. But they've been around since the late 80s. They've been around for, this is why they had a website. They probably didn't develop a long time ago. These are all the international guys out there. Wish we had some near our areas. Maybe the Bahamas should try to step into this place and they will be able to talk to them. But they do about every country in the world you can contact, except the ones that are on the list. And this has actually been around since 1988. It actually is. I wish there were actually more people join this one, the Romeo Charlie Active Group, but it's pretty cool. If you get a few of those guys out there in the United States, it doesn't matter if you have one in the United States, that'd be great, but the UDX Club is one I usually stick by, and also this one too, and there's other groups out there. It just depends how you guys do it. Just make some YouTube videos out there and show it out there. Then people like to get that. They might bring into more other CB groups. Then they got these awards here. It's just like, there's different ones you can claim rewards, like each card you get. It's like a little, it's like perks, I could say. It's like claim perks. The UDX Club, we don't have perks or anything. We just, our basic old school stuff, we just do all kinds of CB radios you do. You don't need anything like perks or nothing like that. You just talk to all anyone out there on the CB. Even UDX members out there too, if you get to hear them. And it just depends. And different radios we do. This one's like earning perks and stuff. That's how it happens. And I'd love to get all the Hawaiian Islands. That would be nice to get those. And you get to keep these cards and save them, print them out on your computer. You put them on your wall and make like little cool posters out of them. That's what these things are. And actually, that's how this is. It's like a perk thing. The other CB sites have different ones. Like the Needle Bender Club means they do this every once a year, I've seen. They keep people for prizes. Like you get the most contacts, you get some kind of prize out of it. I don't know. That's what I've seen on the Facebook groups I've seen a while back. And that's what they do. They compete these kind of prizes, like they could be from CB radios and stuff like that. Either like that. It's like a contest, like when you do, like when you play video games. It's almost just like this. Instead, you do radios. That's the cool thing about this stuff. And there were a lot of CB groups that do things like this to get more. People like this interesting. It's almost like close to ham radio in a different way, but CB radio is very different, and it's very quite good. So I just want to show you that how you guys put a QSL type put in and all that stuff. And you have a good week in this day. Have a great day. I hope this video gets out there on TikTok and YouTube. This is Foxman362 World Radio. This is UDX362 out here on YouTube and TikTok. And also this is 2 Division, Romeo Charlie 362 out here, waving all the hands out there. Just give you guys an idea out there, but check out the site when you get some time. Go to rcqsl.com. Check that out when you get time. Catch you later and bring out some more videos sometime soon.